Hello, and welcome everyone. How's it going? Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. Not too much has changed other than probably my levels and how much loot I have. Also my tools, I've kind of pimped them out a little bit. We got diamond on each one. I did get a luckier stack, so just to let you guys know, luck is with the corn flour. I just got that through bone meal. I didn't even worry about sifting coarse dirt or things like that. And then luckier golden carrot with a couple of ender pearls. Pretty straightforward because I already had all of it basically from my mob farm, which is fantastic. It is working phenomenally well. I am pretty much at the point of being pretty full on some loot. So every once in a while I just let them fall. Maybe they'll take some cramming damage, die, drop some loot, things like that, to be a little bit more passive in some regards. But to do those upgrades, I did have to make a tinker's anvil. That's what's required to do this. So I just kind of made a simple little bronze one, nothing too crazy. You can use pretty much any alloy material to make the anvil, and that's how you put in your items for an upgrade, and you put the items around it, right? So for the pickaxe, for example, we could definitely, there's a lot of things that we could definitely look at doing. With this guy, there's 21 different enchantments, right? So just a couple to say the least. Nothing too crazy though. We'll leave it for now. I don't really need to invest too much more into the tool at this time, but let's focus on what I have done. So quick little recap. We do have a good amount of animals up here. They're all doing well. Skeletons, zombies, cows with hats, you name it. As well as I've started, I did a potato farm because baked potatoes, sure, why not? And over here I have Inferium farmland here, which I'll show you guys how to make in a little bit. But also, as you can see, I've planted a whole bunch of Inferium seeds. Now, why did I plant the Inferium farmland? Well, for one, it gives you buffs. As you can see up in the tooltip, it gives you a secondary chance of 20%. Now, the advantage of the secondary chance is to get some more seeds. Yes, indeed. So now I can be like, okay, great, I have more plants. It also gives, the 100% output, which is always nice if for some reason you had a low chance of something else. But either way, this is kind of the start of my farming area. I've got a couple of plots out there, different purposes. This one's going to be my general crop plot. Right now, like I said, potatoes, I'm just kind of growing them and getting that stuff done. But yeah, in the meantime, let's jump in and make a little bit of farmland. There we go. Let's do up the 24 that I have in my inventory. So we'll do farmland by placing a hoe with it, and then you just make it Inferium. Okay, pretty straightforward, nothing too crazy there. Easy recipe, all things considered, but that hoe part is a part that some people might not know about. So, but anyways, there we go. We got a full 9x9 of the Inferium, which is great, and that means that we can probably make a few more seeds even. Yeah, that's 24 more seeds, I think, if my math is correct. Let's just do a quick test. Boom. And we'll go like so and like so. Put those in the middle and all the way around. Again, very easy recipe to get those seeds, but it's also nice to be able to get them passively, especially if you don't have a solid mob farm or something like that, or you rush into this a little bit quicker early game. But yeah, there we go. Looking pretty good on that front right there, as we've started our world into mystical agriculture a little bit, which is fantastic to say the least. Also, let's see, what else do we want to get done today? Well, I have something prepared over here in this crafting station called Vitality Spreader, all right? This is a Vitalized Seed, which comes from a life essence, which is dropped by mobs. And it is used to create a Vitalized Seed, okay, with apple and wheat. And then the apple and the wheat seed, you can make the Vitalized Seed with dirt, diamonds, and a water bucket to make a Vitality Spreader. All right, so what does this do? That is a great question, right? So let's grab one. Let's grab the other, just like so. And they do not stack. That's interesting. I also am curious as to the range of them. So I've prepared a dirt little area. If you look here, it says this block converts nearby dirt or grass to vitalized soil. So we'll do that. And okay, it seems to be converting things. Okay, so now we're getting vitalized soul. Now that vitalized soul, you can plant vitalized seeds on. I know, right? We're getting pretty fancy. Pretty darn fancy. I'm going to let that just kind of spread a little bit. I do want to know the range. And in the meantime, I did get some more apples. And of course, I have a lot more seeds. So let's get that. I might need to plant some wheat though, because that's getting a little sketchy. And life essence. Oh yeah, it's over here at the mob farm. So let's do a quick little walk on over. Let the FPS drop a little bit and grab some life essence, as that thing is just loaded full of bad guys. All right, so we'll do the life essence into a couple more of the seeds. Beautiful. 52 of them. Nice. That is a nice amount. So it does look like there is a range here, as it looks like it's spreading about 2 blocks out, which is okay. It just means that we got to make more of the vitality spreaders. I guess the other thing that we could try is, can I remove the vitality spreader now that it has spread to the majority of the area and it will remain, right? And then maybe I need to like leapfrog them to get a full thing of vitalized soul without having the spreader for maximum returns, maximum gains, right? I don't know. I might have to play around a little bit with that, but for right now, I'm just more than happy to get these vitalized seeds planted in this soil. Perfect timing. Thank you very much, spreader. And you're probably wondering, why are you so excited to get these planted? Well, I am very excited because this attained farming. All right, you plant this on your vitalized soul, and I think it gives you ender pearls. I don't know yet, but I'm gonna try. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out together, because why not? Why not? All right, come on, one more spot. Thank you. Beautiful. I love it. So we'll see what these grow into. I am curious, does this work? It appears it is increasing the tick rate, which is good. It looks like it's... Does it increase the tick rate of the vitality spreader, though? I don't think so. But these are a pretty slow growth from what I can see here. Nothing too crazy going on there. They are not fast, but let's see what happens. I want to get one fully grown, and then we can see exactly what that means for our setup here. So that's 57%. Okay. The watering can is definitely helping, which is good. It is definitely speeding up the tick rate. So you can watering can these things, which means you can probably bone meal them as well to potentially get some pretty good returns. But don't quote me on that. Okay. 71%. Hopefully we'll get there very, very shortly. And we can see what this seed and this whole strategy of using up 4 diamonds and all that kind of stuff works out to. So what does this mean? Vitalized soil has not been enriched yet. Okay. Vitalized soil has not been enriched. Enriched vitalized soil. Enriched with an ender pearl. Okay. An ender pearl bulb has no use, though. Am I just wasting resources at this point? It's a possibility. It is absolutely a possibility. But I was curious to kind of explore what these are. So let's grab an ender pearl. Pardon me. Let's grab an ender pearl. We'll just do the one for now. We do have others, but we'll see what kind of sort of happens now that that's fully grown. And we can kind of explore accordingly. Okay, so now that's enriched. Now what? So it's enriched. It's fully grown. What does that mean now? Does it have a chance to give me back an ender pearl? Okay, we got a bulb. And that gives you an ender pearl. Okay, so the bulb automatically converts into an ender pearl. All right then. All right. I see you. So now we can go through and we can enrich some of these other ones and expand on our ender pearl farm. Meaning that we don't have to worry about ender pearls pretty much ever again. I am okay with this. I am definitely okay with this. Let's improve our chances here. I need to obviously farm ender pearls to get all of this soil vitalized and enhanced and all that jazz. So I'm going to enhance all this soil. Oh man, that's a lot of ender pearls. Ooh-wee, I love it. I love it already. So one quick note, I just noticed, and we'll see if we can do it with the other ones here. Seems like you have to enhance this soil every once in a while, because see this? It's no longer enhanced over there. I enhanced a few other ones, but it looks like, is it like 3 or 4 crops from it? It might be 4. And then you basically lose your enhanced soil as well. So it's a clever little mechanic. It does require a little bit of maintenance and upkeep, but for early ender pearls and things like that, it should be pretty solid for the most part. So that was 2 there. I'm actually just curious. I want to know the exact number. I'm waiting for one of these 2 in the back to kind of sprout up another bulb, just so that we can see. I do think that it's still very, very advantageous. Don't get me wrong. So that one's 3. Oh, but that one became completely unvitality'd. Okay. Luckily, the spreader is still there. Ah, there we go. Those 2 did as well. Okay. So it does look, like I said, there is a shelf life, which is interesting to the soil and what you need to do. And the other thing too, our theory before about potentially removing the spreader is null and void, because you obviously need it to continually to spread the soil underneath these plants as well. Okay. The nice thing is you don't have to regrow them though, right? So now I can just kind of go through. I can be like, okay, these plants are all grown. Let's slap down some ender pearls and see what we get, right? So I've now vitalized 6, 7, 8 of these things, and I would hope for a pretty decent return. All right, so I have depleted all of the improvements here, and it looks like I was at 9, right? So I had 9, so it looks like we kind of sort of garnered 23 from that harvest, which is a lot bigger than the 8 required to actually enhance these plants, which is great. That's all I was really more or less concerned with, that we were, you know, making a profit, all that kind of stuff. Either way, pretty darn good way to get some ender pearls. I don't know if you really need 2 of these or an entire plot like I have here. But for right now, I'm going to leave it. I'm going to hopefully just ender pearl each and every single one of these as they're fully grown, and then reap the benefits as they come fit. Now, I don't know if it's a time-based thing or if it is a, like, you get this many between 1 and 4, for example, crops out of it. So that's another test that we would probably have to try and experiment with just to see what the results might be. But anyways, a pretty cool idea. I like it. It's something that I've never seen before. It is unique, and it is a little bit exciting. I'm not gonna lie. It makes me happy doing exciting things. So, otherwise, I'm going to probably just do a little bit more of Farmer Kryllyk here. Wandering around, doing farming the mobs, farming this, farming everything, just farming all the things. Maybe even a little bit more building, kind of keep this going out. I hope you guys are liking the base so far. It's pretty simple, but I'm liking the design. It's not too bad. These walls, I'm still not 100% a fan on, but I think that they serve their purpose. They are working for what we need for right now, and it is a little bit more wood and utilitarianism versus like natural builds, which is kind of my, for those of you that have been around for a long time, kind of my go-to. Oh snap. That changes a lot of things. The vitality spreader disappeared. Okay. That makes it a lot harder, to say the least. I mean, that's basically 2 diamonds. And we didn't even get, like, full growth on everything here. So, yeah, that's something to consider anyways. I don't know. We'll probably do this a few times. I got to experiment with it. I still think you're going to end up with a net positive in ender pearls in exchange for diamonds. But that is a pretty big change overall. So anyways, we'll leave it for now. One of the things I do want to try though, I am going to slap 1 ender pearl on that right there. I'm going to let it naturally grow, and I'm going to see if it's a time-based enrichment or if it is simply put like a yield based. So we'll leave that, and I'll update you guys later on in the episode on those. All right, doing a little bit of work, making a bushel, I'll call it, of iron in the base here. Just kind of pumping out blocks of it. And I got a whole bunch of goodies in my inventory. Do you know how many times I've accidentally grabbed, like, iron instead of copper? It's a large number. That's good to know. Maybe we are okay. Maybe you can enrich it, walk away, and come back later to reap your rewards, right? So that's a potential positive for those of you that don't want to be like standing there spamming the watering can and all that jazz. So anyways, let's jump into the build here. And the reason I need this guy is pretty important in the whole, that's not right, it's bronze. There we go, is the Multi-Servo Press. This block here is kind of sort of pretty much the only way to get plates in the pack, right? So like an Invar plate, for example, this is pretty much the only way to get it. It does say that you can make a small cast, but you can't make the cast without a plate to begin with, right? So, you know, and these things are used in a lot of additional items, especially in upgrades for our thermal items, okay? So we're gonna slap down the Multi-Servo Press right there, and also on top of that, we do need to get, I'm just gonna get myself another magnetic dynamo just to keep things somewhat simple for now, and punch that guy into place so that we are getting power in our servo. This is really, really good because what this is going to allow us to do is upgrade our pulverizer. This thing is slow. As you can see, it's just slowly ticking along. Not necessarily a bad thing by any means, but I would really like to get an upgrade in there. And this one here increases the process speed but reduces the RF efficiency. That's the one I'm looking for. We need some lead gears, we need an electrum flux, and 2 electrum plates. All right, so we can throw in the electrum ingots, as you see there. I already have the gears, which is fabulous. And gold with 2 redstone. Man, I am getting low on redstone. What else is new? It's a skyblock pack. At least until you get things a little bit more automated, I guess, right? Anyways, so there we go. Let's get ourselves our first thermal upgrade, and you can throw that in the augmentation tab here. And now you can see we are using 40 RF. Before it was 20, but we have also increased the speed quite dramatically of our pulverizer. Now this should be matching more or less what we are producing out of our magmatic dynamo. It does seem to be, there we go, 40 and 40. It should match almost perfectly to what we need here, and all things should be in the words of Thanos himself, perfectly balanced. But yes, the pulverizer is now balanced, and we should see at least a faster growth of our resources overall. It's still not going to light the world on fire, but it is a good way to just kind of produce a little bit more, get a little bit more out of our cobblestone generator than what we were doing before, because I haven't honestly harvested resources in quite some time of AFKing, and we only have 400 plus the 64 that's in the system. So it's really one of those things where it's like it was falling behind quite quickly. And you know, we just used up 4 diamonds, so we got to recoup our diamonds from our experiments, to say the least. One other quick thing, I think we'll jump into the Infusion Altar. Let's just see the Infusion stuff right here, the altar and the pedestals. It does look like I need some red carpets and things like that. I'd like to get those up and running, and I believe I need like 8 of these pedestals. So I'm gonna quickly make some of these resources and be ready to go with the Infusion Altar. Hopefully I get enough gold as well. I think we're down to 13 and 8, so we're at like 21, and we got a little bit there. So hopefully we have enough gold to kind of keep things and keep it all done. All right, so the first step here, let's make our Infusion Altar, right? Let's see what this thing actually is gonna look like and do and all that kind of stuff. I'm gonna sleep just because I've been doing things and I don't know for sure if everything's good. So anyways, I built this nice little area here, kind of a small little offshoot to the main area of I'm slowly converting the old base into the new awesomeness, right? But I've started this area here, and this is going to be for this Infusion Altar. Yes, I'm making an entire space specifically for it. Now, that is one of the things that I was concerned about. I kind of wanted all of the pedestals to be on this mason stone. So, for me to do that, I might need to change up my plan, or do I put them all on wood? I think either way is pretty applicable. I actually, you know what? The wood look might be pretty good, to say the least. So let's do a little bit of a, I don't want to say a checkerboard because it's not going to be a perfect checkerboard, but let's just do a little thing like this and see what kind of pattern it looks like in the whole grand scheme of everything, right? And just kind of explore as we go around accordingly and the way that it's going to look. So we'll do that. That's good. And then here we have from here, right? And then we have this being doubled up and that being the spruce. Okay. And same thing on this side. All right. So boom, boom. Yeah. Okay. I like it. I like it. And then here, same kind of thing. Let's just do that pattern, and then let's fill in accordingly. I'm kind of thinking we do an eye on the sides here. I think that might look pretty cool. We can do it here as well. And then we'll fill in accordingly everywhere else. So I'm thinking that we do maybe oak. Let's do some oak around. And then maybe we need to do a light of some sort or something in here just to kind of bring some vibrance and some illumination to this build as well. In the meantime, let's grab our 8 infusion pedestals as well, and we can place those guys down. I want to make sure that they don't give off like a light source or something like that, just to kind of make things a little bit easier for me, and it looks like they do not. Okay, but that's okay. We do have a lot of glowstone. We could make a feral flare lantern. That would be pretty good, to say the least. But it also does just kind of throw light everywhere. So maybe we do something a little different. I mean, glowstone, sure. I don't know if we can do anything special with glowstone. Actually, one of the things I'm curious about, let's just try this quickly and see if this is a thing. It used to be a thing, so let's see if it still is. So if I do, let's just grab a little bit more buzz. I still love this. Buzz. That's so funny. So if we do like a framed cube here, right? And say I make this, you know what, let's make this spruce as well. Can I apply glowstone to it? Oh, you can. Okay. All right. We've broken the game now. Awesome. I love it. I love it. I'm so glad that they kept that in of all things. Okay. So let's get ourselves a whole bunch of frames then and just kind of complete. That's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. There we go. All right, cool. So we can go around and we can do a couple of frames like so on either side of these pillars, and we can apply some beautiful glowstone dust to light this place up and finish things off. All right, that's very, very good. Let me get the resources that we need to make our very first seed and finish up this small little tiny build that we have going on here. Some beautiful new seeds, and these seeds are going to be the earth seeds. It doesn't matter what order you place them in, and then boom, and flip the lever and away we go. Beautiful. The earth seed is very, very nice because it's going to allow us to basically not even have to worry about dirt ever again, and we can just kind of keep on going here. Right? We make a few earth seeds, all that kind of stuff, and then I gotta build an area for them to be planted, which is pretty darn cool. Very easy craft. The hardest part is actually the earth agglomeratio, which is like the grass, gravel, clay. It's not complicated though, so, you know, pretty straightforward. I'm just gonna get 6 because that's what I have resources for at the moment, and yeah. We will hopefully be done and at least getting some earth seeds growing in our base. It's going to be really nice to pretty much retire our composting facility over there. But I have noticed that I'm starting to run low on a few items as I've been building and doing things. And you can probably imagine what I'm running low on. It's actually wood, of all things. We are actually getting low. We had all that wood built up. As you can see, there's none in there. And all we have is under a stack of both. So we are getting a little bit low on the old wood front. So I might have to, maybe next episode, we're looking into a tree farm, right? Might as well. Might as well get that going. Other than that, I am going to be doing the same general thing here with the Imperium dirt or whatever, Inferium dirt, and I need some blocks. You and you. There we go. Okay, because I got to place water. And I need water. But yeah, so we're going to do the Inferium dirt as well for pretty much all mystical seeds, basically. But yeah, it's one of those small details. Okay, place, please. Thanks. 3 and 4. And then we will go like so. This will be the middle. We'll throw down a torch, and just to keep the water in nice functioning order, we will do that, and we will do this. Okay, cool. So now the water's in at least, and from there we can plant ourselves our earth seeds. Beautiful. So yeah, I did do a couple, I've done some testing with this stuff a little bit further here, which is pretty fascinating to say the least. I'm basically enriching soil as I see fit, and for ones that are fully grown as I've kind of been going through this, and it's kind of nice. It's just growing on its own, no big deal. I come over, I collect a few, I enrich a few more things of soil, but once this area here becomes completed, right, once this guy maybe grows one more time, for example, we will be needing to put down another vitality spreader. So that's a good point. And then from there I can move over to here, right, because as you can see, these ones are still growing, and we still have the vitality spreader. So none of this is time-based, none of this is tick-based, but it does seem to have a durability before they run out. So it's definitely something to keep your mind on anyways, that, you know, that durability might be an important factor in the overall decision and how much you do and all that kind of stuff. So if it were me, again, I would just do one vitality spreader right there, and the rest of this I would leave until it ran out, and then I would place down another vitality spreader, basically, right? So I wouldn't do two separately like this unless you just have a lot of resources and time to kind of manage and keep everything going here. So one other quick fact: bone meal and phytogrow do not work on those crops as well. So that's a good... Oh, I totally just clicked the button, didn't I? So that's another good point to factor in and consider. But as you can see, the upgrade on the pulverizer has done really good work. We're up to 600 and some gravel, which, you know, before we were struggling to even get to 400. So really happy with that upgrade. Really happy that we're jumping into mystical agriculture seeds and things like that. And other than that, I think that's going to do it for today. I appreciate you all. Make sure you hit that like button, all that fun stuff, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye bye for now.